Go ahead, Norm, run it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Church Nerds Podcast. And of course, I got my fellas on with me. We got Norman Heath, Pastor B, and Darrell Walls. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Church Nerd pages. Most of the people's gone. But make sure you like. Where Norm go?
It's just one of them days, man. Just one of them days.
I guess so. I guess Norm decided
one of them days.
He was out of here.
Sorry about that. My mother called me.
Make sure
my mother called me.
Here he is. There's Norm.
When your mother calls, you have to answer. That's just how it is being a good, responsible son. So
is that right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, Mama calls. Mama.
I mean, Mother Day is next week.
It is next week. That's right.
It's Mother's Day next week.
Mother's Day is next week.
It's next week, sir.
It's Mama's Day next week.
That's right. So when Mother calls, I gotta answer, man. She's the other sister Heath in my life. I got 3 of them.
3. Oh yes, 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
counted.
Yeah, I got 3 sister Heaths in my life, and all of them boss me around. I just learned how to take it.
Yeah,
that's all right, Norm.
It's okay. God, the Lord's gonna bless. Right. See, Aunt Delphine, she's with me.
Aunt Delphine already with it. She was already with us. She's already, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the Church Nerd pages. Be a certified church nerd. Be a part of the Church Nerd congregation. And as Norm and Pastor B and Darrell said, it is Mother's Day next week. Shout out to all the moms.
Shout out to the moms.
Shout out to all the moms.
We wouldn't be here if not for the moms.
Shout out to my late mother, First Lady Tanya Baldwin. Mama, I miss you. She definitely was somebody to reckon with. As we all know, if the basketball is going on right now, Norm, she be talking junk right now.
She can't talk about the Pistons, man. Detroit.
I know this man ain't talking.
Detroit.
We got a bet. Can we ban somebody in the chat?
Oh, this guy here.
Why is Travis in here? You supposed to be on with us.
You're not even on.
He's supposed to be at work.
Block.
That's what he said.
Right. Called into work.
Don't look like you're doing much work right now.
Let's call this employer and see if he's supposed to be on his phone right now. Like, let's see.
That's right. Get off that social media. Get back to work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, so AJ, your wife has a question. I don't know who you need to answer this one. Here, so.
Yeah, she said, "What y'all doing for y'all wives and or mom, grandmas for Mother's Day?" Well, my wife actually said that she'd rather do something on Tuesday so she can just chill and rest on Mother's Day. So that'll be easy for me. But to my brother, what do y'all do?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna get all his sister Heath together and throw a bunch of money at him.
Okay.
That's just money.
Okay.
Brandon, that doesn't make it better. That makes it worse because how you driving and on your phone. I mean, I did it the last time I was driving too, but you know.
You're not helping your case, Darrell.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm taking accountability here, okay?
There it is.
Speaking of accountability.
That's right. Break the law together.
But no, we're splitting up our Mother's Day, kind of one day on my side of the family, my mom, kind of hanging out over there, and then the next day going to the wife's mom and hanging out over there, and
Okay.
kind of doing it that way. It's a lot easier to split up the days than trying to do both on one day.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's true.
So how do you decide who gets the actual day?
See, that's
Careful.
Right, I'm about to say, hold on.
Careful.
Don't Brian be it. Brian be
Let that man lead you to a trap.
right.
It switches up year to year.
Oh, okay. Alternate years. Okay.
Yeah, you alternate.
Brian is being so messy.
And then I'll be honest, it depends on what's easiest.
What's easy? Okay.
Yeah.
What's easiest for whom?
Oh dear.
For me as the child,
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
That's terrible.
And then we're also coordinating with other people, so kind of what works for everybody's schedule.
Okay.
Siblings.
I had the same issue growing up for my first couple of years of marriage at Christmas time, since I have my family and then at my family, and it was always a decision to say who actually gets Christmas.
Yeah.
Who actually gets Christmas Eve or day after Christmas? Oh, some interesting conundrums. I'll say flip a coin, man. To let the Lord decide.
Yeah, we always swap. The holiday, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So if we're in Chicago on Thanksgiving, then we'll be with my family at Christmas and vice versa. Yeah.
Okay, hey, that comes handy, man. Sometimes you gotta get these plans together.
Our journey between Chicago and Detroit.
Oh, now see, I didn't know you. I know Gab was from Chicago.
She is. Well, she's technically from Markham. I know how Chicago people don't like.
I'm about to say, I didn't think she was from Chicago.
She's from Markham, suburb of Chicago.
I mean, that's not the worst one to be like. I feel like if you were like from Naperville, that would be worse.
No.
Markham.
Reality is she grew up in Markham, but all of her family live in Chicago.
Yeah.
All them hoodlums live.
I'll give her that.
Yeah.
So wait. So where is Marco at? I mean, is it like
Markham is south of Chicago?
Marco. Okay.
Yeah, it's a south suburb.
South.
It's close. It's right on the border. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, haters gonna say it's not Chicago, but
I mean, some people claim Detroit and they're not really from Detroit, so I understand.
I mean, the name of the city would claim it's not Chicago, but
That's fine.
Like, yeah, I'm from Detroit. Where you from? Bloomfield Hills? That ain't Detroit. That's not Detroit.
Or Southfield.
Well, Southfield's North Detroit. That's close.
So that's Markham to Chicago.
Southfield.
Markham is to Chicago.
Right, it is.
Southfield is to Detroit.
It's like North Detroit. I mean, if the taxes were the same, it'd be the same city.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it is.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, Jay, what's the order of the day?
That is
Order of the day, brother chairman.
Order of the day.
Well, the order of the day is the order of the day today, my brethren and church nerd congregation, we got to talk about something that needs to be addressed. And I feel that us, the church nerds, are the right people to address some of this.
Are we
stuff.
though?
We need to talk about accountability.
Hey, we're experts in it. We've been in church all our lives.
Be mentioned to us that this has been on his heart.
Oh no.
Okay. We need to.
The devil's doing it.
What does accountability look like? First of all.
Yeah, we don't know what you said. That's the problem.
Are you with us, Jay? He's in the prince of the powers of the air is affecting
My
Wi-Fi.
internet acting up again.
Yeah, a little bit.
Here we go. Not again. I'll just have Pastor B take over real quick while I figure this out.
What?
And then it was your turn.
Come on, Pastor B.
Come on,
That's
Pastor.
1 Street. You're in Markham. Exactly. Thank you.
I said it was close. You know.
Thank you very much. Because literally, that's what be happening now. Now she also has family in Country Club Hills, and what's that other one? Flossmoor.
Yeah, they're all in the same area.
All in them
southern.
Yeah, they got family all over in that place. But anyway, tonight we have a discussion to have around accountability and accountability in the church. I've been preaching and teaching in this series. It's all an illusion, or it's only an illusion, I think is what I've been titling it as. And really the conversation has been about the fact that the enemy can't really make you do anything. That what he does is make suggestions and create illusions that cause us to make our own choices and our own decisions. Like nobody's going to be able to stand before the judgment seat and say, well, the devil made me do it. You won't.
I mean, somebody's going to say it.
I mean, yeah. Well, you also have to know that there's that scripture that says that the liar won't even tarry in his sight. And that's kind of why the liar won't tarry in his sight, because a liar will try to lie their way into heaven. You know, they're gonna do their very best. You know,
I guess.
To try to lie their way into heaven. But I mean, the reality is that we have to have accountability.
Yeah.
Everybody needs accountability. Everybody needs somebody who is able to hold them accountable for their actions.
Who tell you when not to say something.
Yeah.
You know, the sign of a good pastor is one that can tell you not to say something and you listen.
Yeah.
So I thank God for my pastor. He has told me not to say stuff sometimes. And I be really wanting to say some stuff.
Yeah.
But he has kind of pulled my coattails a few times and said, no, son. I thank God for that, because I be ready to fire sometimes. But.
Yeah. And I think the reality is, even with even with someone who to hold you accountable, you have to also submit and be obedient. Because I can declare that there's been times where I had somebody to hold me accountable, but I wasn't submitting. And so I said what I want to say anyway. Now, it didn't turn out well for me. But it also didn't turn out well for the other person that I told off. But so I guess it was kind of equally in,
what?
in a bad state. I mean, that's just reality. But
so it turned out bad for the other person, and it also turned out bad for you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I said some things I probably should have said, but they also got all the things that I meant at the moment.
Okay.
But the Holy Ghost brought me out, and
so
they got for repentance. I think that's what I'm getting at. They got for repentance. So when we think about accountability,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Norm, you were about to
say. No. I'm just thinking.
So when we think about accountability and we think about holding ourselves or holding one accountable, what do you think is the best way? Nerds and church nerd congregation. Thank you, Auntie Delphine. I am confessing tonight. What do you think? What do you think is the best way, or what do you think are some of the tools or tricks to the trade when it comes to holding someone accountable? What are the right ways to do it and the wrong ways to do it? Let's start with the right ways to do it. What are the right ways, or the things that you think ought to be included if you're going to hold someone accountable?
I would say number one, not being driven by emotion.
Tell us more.
Okay, so if you say, Norman, I'm coming to fix your fence. Okay. The day comes, you don't arrive. I call you, you don't answer the phone. Text message, got me on red. A week goes by, you come sliding up. Yo, what's that? Hey, what happened? What's you supposed to come fix my fence, man? What happened? And going from there, again, not letting emotion.
Oh, you mean you as the person holding one accountable?
Yes.
Not allowing emotion.
Yes.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, pray for me, because when We ain't even having the conversation because if you told me you was coming to fix my fence and you ain't fixed my fence and didn't even respond or even say anything, accountability for me is just simply letting you know that I ain't asking you to fix no fence.
Well, no, and again, I'm saying temper your emotions sometimes, just because I've tried to hold people accountable in anger, and when I'm doing it in anger, it usually guards are up, and all of a sudden we're arguing and yelling at each other.
Yeah.
As opposed to let's just stick to the facts of the case and straight. You can't argue with the fact. You were supposed to come do it, and you didn't do it. So what happened? Now, and if money's involved, that's a whole different situation. Because now you're messing with my money, and I might get a little bit emotional at that point because money answers for all things.
But it's not the solution to it.
But it's not the solution.
But yes, thank you.
That's my solution.
Hey, as they say,
talk to us in the chat. Let us know what you think about the conversation tonight. Darrell, what say you about the right ways to hold someone accountable?
I think the main thing has to be, and we've said this in other conversations or things, it has to be have a relationship with the individual that you're holding accountable. Because one, you will better understand how to address that person. You will better understand the situation, what they're going through, their mindset, their thoughts behind the particular behavior or incident or whatever the case may be. I believe that's going to be one of the key things is having that relationship, because if some random person just came to me talking about, you should do this, you should look at this, you should do all this other stuff, I'm like, who are you? And depending on the situation, whatever I'm about to do to this other person or talk to about this other person, you're going to be the next one, or probably prior to now, because you're in my way. Yeah. But, if you have that relationship, I think that is going to be the most important thing is, when you're looking to, hold someone accountable or be held accountable, is whoever you are looking to, to hold you accountable. It's important to have that relationship, somebody you trust enough to be open with, somebody you can talk to. If I can't tell you, what's on my mind, how can you hold me accountable? If I can't tell you what I'm feeling. So I think that would be the key things.
See, I don't know about that. And that's me. I mean, yes, relationship is important, and I definitely agree. But I don't think we have to have a relationship for me to hold you accountable.
Well, I certainly think it makes it a whole lot easier.
It makes it easier, but
to
I don't think it
hold
always
someone accountable when you have a relationship with them versus when you don't. Because when you don't have a relationship, again, they can easily just say, I don't got to listen to nothing you got to say. Like, who are you to hold me accountable? Who are you to tell me what I'm doing wrong? I don't know you.
I think that's where when we look at the question when he said the right way, I think that becomes the right way to do it. Yeah. You can hold somebody accountable without having that relationship with them, but again, that you set yourself up for a fight potentially, unless that person is, because more likely they're not in the right mind to be held accountable. First off, so who are you?
So what do you say to a person you're trying to hold them accountable or you're trying to show them accountability in some way, but they always have an excuse, like it's somebody else's fault or such and such happened? Like, how do you hold somebody accountable who, legitimate or not, maybe the excuse is legitimate, maybe it isn't, but what do you say to a person, or how do you hold a person accountable who, like they dog ate the homework, they always got a funeral,
I think at a certain point you stop investing in them to even try to hold them accountable.
Say that again.
No, at a certain point you just stop investing time and effort into this person who has proven themselves to be irresponsible. I mean, at a certain point, okay, dog ate your homework. All right, cool. All right, my car broke down. All right, cool. But if every
time
didn't
file my taxes,
right? If every time I wouldn't, it wasn't fraud. I just didn't pay. No,
Right.
if every time I come to you, thank you, didn't steal. If every time I come to you to have this situation, I invested time and effort in you, and you have let me down. At a certain point, I'm now contributing to the fact that I'm letting myself down. I'm investing in someone who has proven themselves not to be able to be accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at a certain point, you need to say, you know what? I'm done.
But how long do you try before you know, the Bible does tell us that we which are strong or we which are spiritual should strengthen those, such a one who is weak. So how long do we toil with them before you write them off?
I don't know.
7 times 70.
That was the first thing that came to my mind. But I was like,
it's like no, because like the human in me, the mortal human Norman in me that makes me me. After about 2 or 3 times, I'm done. Now I'm not gonna kick you out of my life, but I'm not gonna just keep investing time and effort into someone who has proven themselves and not even willing to change.
Mm-hmm.
Once bitten, twice shy. That's the old phrase come from. Now, obviously, this more spiritual side of things, and would say that you don't want God to do that to you. God didn't throw you away. Yes, and that's true. So I can't fight that logic because I messed up plenty of times.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know when enough's enough. Brandon, the pastor here,
that man Brandon Travis, who drives and texts.
I'm saying that's a long message to be texting while driving.
I hope he's at a red light.
I hope you pulled over to the side of the road before you sent this message. Church Nerd does not condone texting and driving.
Not at all.
But I think there's a good point here, right? So, what is the goal in your accountability? Is the goal that you are trying to embarrass them? Because we have definitely utilized or weaponized, and when I say we, I'm using the royal proverbial we. As a people, we have weaponized shame in our churches, and some churches have weaponized shame. So I'm gonna shame you into doing the thing, which isn't really biblical. So I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna hold you accountable in front of everybody, as opposed to finding the right timing. Does timing matter? Some people, hold them accountable to teach them a lesson, not necessarily to rectify the situation. The whole idea there is that, I'm gonna show you I'm in charge. How do you make sure that you keep the right spirit of humility when holding somebody accountable? And does that matter in your conversation or in your accountability? Norm, I know you.
Well, I mean, do you care about this person? Do you not care about this person? Because if you don't care, then what does it matter?
Can you truly hold somebody, or why? Maybe the better question is, why would you hold someone accountable that you don't care about?
Well, it goes back. I think we're kind of dancing around the relationship of it, because you can, in theory, I can hold anybody accountable for anything. If I go to the brake shop and you mess my brakes up, I'm holding you accountable. If my car can't stop. I mean, and we have no relationship other than the fact that I gave you money to fix my car.
So, okay. So I guess maybe there are different types of accountability, right? So what you're talking about is liability. A person is liable for fixing your vehicle because there's an exchange in a monetary value. Like, we have an agreement that you would do certain thing, money for this thing, right? Mm-hmm. As opposed to holding one accountable for the way that they're living when it doesn't really affect me, right? Like you live your life how you want to live your life, and it doesn't really affect me per se. But I'm concerned about you. I care about you, so I want to hold you accountable. Versus, I got an exchange relationship with someone or something that affects me, i.e., my car working properly, and I just paid you money for it. Then that looks more like liability as opposed to accountability.
So are we saying then that liability is accountability without relationship?
Maybe.
But I mean, I think there's still, generally speaking, some type of relationship, because even in that liability standpoint, there's a contractual relationship. So there's some form of relationship there. It's just, you have some interest in who you're holding accountable.
So it's
Like you say,
fiduciary.
it's like, I don't think you're going to hold somebody you have no interest in whatsoever accountable. For some reason, you have found a reason to be interested in this party to try to hold them accountable.
So let's flip it then. Pastor B, you are a pastor. How do you navigate accountability in your church?
Well, I think one of the three principles of our ministry is accountability. We have what's called the ARC, right? The three principles of our ministry: accountability, relationship, and knowledge. And I often say I can't hold one accountable that I don't have a relationship with, and I can't have a relationship with a person that I'm not knowledgeable about. So I think it's extremely important that if we're going to hold someone accountable, I agree wholeheartedly with Darrell. There has to be some level of relationship. There has to be some level of engagement or connection with that individual. Otherwise, I'm not going to receive what I have to say anyway. And I think biblically, we hold each other accountable in a different way as a pastor to congregate relationship, because as a pastor, I'm their leader, I'm their shepherd. So our relationship looks less like a peer mentor relationship and more like a leader follower relationship, which is a different type of relationship or different type of accountability. It's accountability through the requirement that I have as their shepherd, as opposed to, I'm your friend and I want you to be great, if that makes sense.
It does. I mean, I guess I questioned the root of the topic we have today about accountability in the church, because I mean, one would submit that people are not held accountable for anything in the church.
Say that again. One would submit what?
I would submit. I would. There has been submissions over the years, even to the point of parody, that there is no accountability for actions that are done in the church. Would you disagree? Would you agree?
That people aren't accountable.
Yeah, the accountability as a whole does not occur.
Well, I think it depends on your church, because and it depends on who's leading that ministry.
Okay.
Yes, there have been individuals who have done things in the church where seemingly there's no accountability, but I think that kind of goes back to the biblical principle of just because judgment seemingly it wasn't executed speedily or right at that moment doesn't mean that judgment didn't come, or just that doesn't mean that accountability didn't come. Just because you didn't see the person being held accountable doesn't mean that they weren't held accountable for their actions. And we have to be cautious that we don't become judge, jury, and executioner, right? Grace is a thing, right? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. But grace is a thing. It is something that is extended to people, and we're gonna want it. And so you gotta treat people like we want them to be treated. We never know when we're gonna be the one standing in the need of some grace, and we ain't extended none. So we gonna get back what we give.
We gonna get back what we give.
Amanda Taylor says you have to move on. Ask God to give you.
Okay. Let me.
You have to move on. Ask God to give. Ask God to give you the grace to forgive for real. Trust Him and move on. If a dog shows you he is a dog, then he's a dog. All right. Keep the love. Next. Prayerfully, lesson learned. All right.
Interesting.
Okay.
Dog, and our good friend Brandon has more to say from the highway. So
yeah. I wouldn't say that a lot of things happen in the background that are put into the front of people. Everything doesn't need to be addressed before the saints. I agree.
I agree. Everything doesn't need to be addressed before the saints. I honestly do agree with that.
Yeah.
However,
Then what do we say to people that always want something to be addressed in front of the saints? Like, they want to be the jury right there and cast the.
Oh, Jay, where's your camera at, Jay? He just heard a voice.
Right, just a voice crying out from the wilderness.
I don't know the voice from the darkness.
I don't the way of the Lord.
I don't know what's going on with my I don't know what's going on with my connectivity. Everything's updated and it's still acting slow for some odd reason. So it's faster with my camera off. So I'm gonna just play. I'm gonna just be the ghost today.
The voice of Jay. Jesus,
y'all are hilarious.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean,
Father, is that you?
It's true. Everything doesn't need to be done in front of the saints. I think that's true. That's true. Everything don't need to be done. So, but I mean, I think some things would be nice to see, to know that stuff happened, right?
Why? What? How will that help you?
I'm not saying that would help me. I'm just saying, sometimes you want to see,
So when does it need to be out in public? Is it only when the situation happened publicly, or?
I mean, I guess I'm just looking at society. I'm looking at these things, all the viral clips they talk about. The church is always hiding stuff, and the pastor's always covering stuff up, and y'all never want to deal with the situation. And these are the things that you see.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be nice. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying this is what I want, because Lord knows I don't want any of my stuff. No. It would just be nice to have a counterpoint to that point. To say, the church is not always covering things up. This is the reason why. I mean, it would be nice to see those things. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But again, how will that help you? How does it help an individual to see someone's judgment?
Well, I guess same reason why people go to court cases. They want to see justice done.
So wouldn't that just be then they have a lack of trust?
I would, maybe so. Again, I'm not saying I agree with any of this, but you cannot deny that the thought does exist.
Yeah, I've seen situations in the church where it's like, oh, this big scandal happened, and it's like nothing. You hear about it, when it comes up, but then, the next thing you hear is, maybe sentencing and things like that, and it's like, oh, but what happened inside the church? What happened? Did they do anything, or how was this handled? And nothing is ever said or done. But you just wonder why.
That's how people feel when they try to crucify PKs.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not
get on their children. People always want to try to sacrifice them.
Yeah, I'm not advocating that we crucify people in the middle of the front of this church and we got to bring everybody to the front and we got to lay all that. I'm not advocating for that at all.
That's what we used to do.
That's what we used to do.
That's what I'm saying. We used to do that.
Protect the Lord, we don't.
We used to have a sign out on the bulletin board of all of this fellowship folks who got pregnant out of wedlock and who got caught in fornication. We would put it up. We would put it up on the board. What was that accountability or was that shame? Or was it both? And can it truly be accountability if shame is involved?
Can it be accountability if shame is involved? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Is shame biblical?
Norm, put my wife's question up there.
Is shame biblical?
Okay, well, the voice wanted me to put his wife's questions up here. So.
Okay, thank you, voice. How important is the accountability partner's lifestyle when they're trying to hold you accountable? Because people don't like to take advice from those who don't live an exemplary life. Well, I mean, there's the scripture for that. Get the beam out get the mote out your eye before you come trying to remove the beam out mine. Because the reality is, as long as you got that mote, or it's just the other way around, get the beam out your eye, my eye. I got a beam in my eye, you got a mote in your eye. I'm going straight up tear up your eye, trying to remove that little mote, because I can't see out of my eye at all. You at least can partially see. And here I'm going. I got this beam in my eye, and I'm over here trying to leave my motor alone and go clear your boat so your beam so you can actually help me remove my moat without tearing up my eye.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I believe the main problem is people don't like to sweep across their own front door before because they always getting all the people.
That's one of them. See, y'all had to go one of them songs for them. What do you call them groups? I can't think of it now. Quartet groups that I can't stand.
Sweep around your own front door.
What?
I forgot Darrell said he can't stand quartet music. I so need to have that.
What? Wait. Pause. Why don't you like quartet music?
Sorry.
I don't know.
Norm, I want to apologize, Norm. I want to apologize for us crucifying you saying Ricky the overrated. We forgot that Darrell said he can't stand quartet music.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of quartet
foundation
music.
In the church.
Andrew, what's wrong with Darrell? What's wrong with him?
I mean, I can respect Darrell not liking quartet music. I can respect. That's his choice. He doesn't like quartet music.
Like I can't respect Ricky Dillard being overrated. I don't respect.
See,
no quartet.
Look at fellow musician. He can't stand
I don't
it
know
either.
how y'all can be musicians and not like quartet music. What's wrong with y'all? It must be a Chicago thing.
I mean, you don't have to like it. I mean, I'm sure Darrell has a very good. Darrell, why don't you like quartet music?
It just never. I mean, I don't. It's just like anybody. Why do you like your music? I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just, it just annoyed me growing up. It's like it annoyed me. It just annoyed me. Just listening to it on the radio and stuff. It's like that. Like the sweep around your own front before you sweep around.
Hey, like,
oh yeah.
Here we go, Darrell. Pastor Fikes is keeping you accountable. He said the group is called the Williams Brothers.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, no, yeah. See,
growing up, I thought the Williams Brothers and Lee Williams and Spiritual QCs were like related to each other, and they're not. They're totally two different groups. I thought they were related to each other. Oh well.
Didn't listen to either one of them.
Okay, we're all accountable to our own things that we like.
Yes.
I'm accountable to the fact that I think that Ricky Dillard's overrated. Darrell's accountable to the fact that he thinks quartet music is the worst music on the planet.
I'm both of y'all accountable and let y'all know that y'all can't be choir directors and musicians saying this foolishness. It's not even allowable. Both of y'all, your choir director card is revoked, Norman Heath, as of this day. This is accountability. And Darrell Walsh, your musician's card is revoked as of today. I'm just holding y'all accountable on this show.
That is terrible. Now again, I never. Why we go? Let's not go back in time. I already got shot by the
I'm
internet
just holding
community.
y'all accountable. Isn't this accountability?
Okay. I got into an argument or a heavy debate, I should say, with a fan of the show who really wanted to convince me that Ricky Dillard was the GOAT. I just said okay. I mean,
sweep around.
So I like how Pastor B said he's keeping them accountable. And it almost seemed like he, as a pastor, sat two members down.
Oh yeah, I sat them down
for the watch.
I did
so
this.
I want to ask.
At least I did. So
this I want to ask: is that keeping somebody accountable? Sitting them down from their position?
Well, okay, just for clarity, certain churches call these different things. Some people call it being sat down. Some people call it silence.
You're right.
Some people call it, put on a break, ministry break or pause. I do. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
That was me, but I always so. Do you think it's biblically correct to do those things?
Biblically correct to do what?
To do like you said, like get in front of everybody and sit them down and do
Well, I think personally, this is Pastor B's personal appearance. I think we have theatrics sometimes. I think we add antics and theatrics because the truth be told, some people be in their flesh. When they be doing some of this stuff, it's not not that they are being spiritual. You can tell it's the flesh because I often say God's voice, or I've heard it said, I don't say it, but I agree with the statement that God's voice has no sin in it. And you can tell when what a person is doing has sin in it. If it ain't helping a person, if it don't exude love and compassion and concern, and love doesn't mean condoning, love doesn't mean going along with, because that's not accountability either. But love covers a multitude of faults. And when we feel like it's better for us to blast a person, and I don't think everything deserves a comment. I don't think everything deserves a public response. Because God is able to reprimand better than any of us can. We can lead a person to help them to understand the error of their ways, but at the end of the day, the righteous judge is who's going to judge, not us.
Right. I think my wife said earlier, she thinks if it becomes public shame, if public shame is involved, then it becomes bullying.
Well,
that's
what
she
thinks.
Thinks.
But I would think though any type of public correction elicits shame. Right? I mean,
no, not necessarily.
Really?
I believe that you can address a matter publicly and not do it in a way that shames a person.
I mean, if you're going to speak in general terms, then probably, but you can't speak specifically. Exactly. I mean, yeah. If you're going to come and say, I don't want nobody in this church to do X, Y, Z, and that's your way of addressing it, then yeah, because you're not
no.
Okay, all right. Because maybe I'm missing it. Help me out. Educate me.
I think you can say publicly that you can address a person's pause or silence or whatever we want to call it. That now, right? Without airing all of the things that cause them to need to be sat down.
Okay.
Because the reality is, everybody don't need to know that.
Okay.
It ain't everybody's business.
But I'm still not getting how you would address that.
Praise the Lord, saints. Sister so and so will not be operating in what if they're in a satanic church? Then that's their business game. I don't go to satanic churches, so it don't matter to me.
Yeah, I say forever back in the past.
And you ain't taking me back to last week. I'm gonna hold you accountable and not take me back to a place we already left.
Like, what would that be? Like, you were caught praying to God.
Exactly. You were caught praying to the Lord Jesus Christ. Like what? So we gonna silence you because you were praying to Jesus. Like, what? Anyway. You could say Sister so and so will not be operating in such space. We praying for her that God strengthens her.
Do we need to announce that though, or do we just?
Well, does that not bring shame?
Because it depends on who it is. Because first of all, it's gonna be obvious that they ain't working or operating.
Okay,
right? It's obvious something happened. What happened ain't everybody's business. We praying for sister so-and-so or brother so-and-so.
But that just starts, but like you said,
now the problem becomes when you sit down sister so-and-so and brother so-and-so at the same time.
In case y'all notice, brother Jones on the drums and sister Susie the usher, we're gonna sit them both down at the same time.
They both be in silence because then it's like, okay, well, we put two and two together, and if they silence us for 9 months, then Lord have mercy.
But I mean, but here's the thing though, when even if you say something like that, we're gonna pray for him, we're gonna pray for him. That's still eliciting that something went wrong in this person's life, and you didn't tell me what went wrong. So I'm gonna start filling in the blanks to figure out what went wrong.
Well, that's if you nosy and meddling in other men's affairs.
Which we know.
If you mind your business and just do what the pastor said, do and pray, then you ain't gonna have this problem.
Most saints, unfortunately, are.
Right. What kind of church? If you just mind your business church, I've yet to find that church.
Right.
Find what church?
The church where everybody's minding their own business.
Oh no, that church don't exist.
I mean,
Just like you ain't gonna find a hospital that ain't full of sick folk.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That person could just want to a great sabbatical. Okay. Okay, they're on sabbatical. Okay, got it.
I'm just saying, like,
sabbatical.
There have been times where I'm like, you know what? I should just do something. I can use a break. Let me go get set down.
Let me do something crazy.
Instant vacation.
Instant vacation.
What Jordan say?
Have you heard of this story? So there's a high schooler that put a video showing his classmates lack reading comprehension skills.
Oh, I seen this video.
Be allowed to walk at graduation, allegedly.
I didn't hear about this story.
I heard about this story. So I know what happened. So this is what happened.
Okay.
There was this kid put on TikTok. It was just a regular like post-it note going around. He was passing in high schools just to read this small phrase. Like they couldn't say extravagant. These high schoolers couldn't say some of these words that you should learn by 9th grade. And some of these are juniors and seniors. So there was a whole outrage on social media. There was kind of split saying he shouldn't have to embarrass them. And there's a split saying like the lack of what's going on in the education system. But overall, apparently, I guess Jordan, correct me if I'm wrong. They say they're not going to let him walk at graduation
because of what he because of his video.
Because of his video. So
okay, I'm gonna tell you that sound like somebody who's embarrassed because they ain't doing their job. See, I could see if the students were the ones with the outrage. But first of all, you didn't have to read the thing and you didn't have to be on video. You chose that. That's number one. So you gotta take accountability for that. Number two, that school and the school district need to take accountability for the fact that you got a 12th grader that can't read extravagant.
And that's the problem. They're embarrassed. The
school is embarrassed. The school is embarrassed because now what they've been trying to hide all along is now on Front Street. And the reality is that ain't the only school. These schools and Department of Education, listen. I know people don't think, they don't like. Never mind. I ain't getting political today.
Let's not talk about Miss McMahon. Let's leave her out of this.
This Department of Education, we think they teaching these kids in these schools, and they ain't.
So Pastor B. So here's what the
leave that man alone. Let him walk.
Here's what the small phrase was. It said she wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gouge. That was it.
But somewhat what?
Gauche.
They couldn't read they could barely read extraordinary.
But the thing of even despite all of that, if the student passed the classes, if the student did what was supposed to do to qualify for graduation, let the man walk.
Exactly. Because the reality is these other students, if they are graduating, right, that means that either the standard is too low, no child left behind. Thank you, Brandon.
Yep, exactly.
And that started with George Bush.
Yeah, that was rough times.
That was rough. And then when they gave him
no child left behind.
When they gave him these computers in there, I seen it firsthand. The students don't be paying attention at all.
See, that's why I
need to go back to books and writing.
No snob, because I ain't. But that's why I'm a fan of charter and public and private schools. I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan when the power of education of the children are put in the hands of the parents and community.
So you're holding the parents accountable.
100%, 1,000 million.
Yeah, a lot of the parents, they should definitely be held accountable.
Education of these kids is not solely on the school alone. But if I'm gonna send my child to you for 8 hours a day, just about, and they come back home and they can't read, what you've been doing in this classroom? Some of it is not even the teacher's fault because the teacher's classroom is overrun. Some of these public schools have 30 kids. I can't imagine teaching an elementary class with 25 kids in it. Auntie Delphine was a teacher. She out here. these schools be overrun with kids, and you gotta try to teach all of them at varying levels of understanding and ability. We think this is okay. This is not okay.
No, but and that's true. I guess I always wondered how are these classes getting so full of people? Is it not
overrun? First of all, funding. Follow the money, right? So I'm gonna fill this class so I can pack as many people in this school I possibly can, so I can get the funding, and not hire another teacher.
Who they don't pay enough.
Parents are being held accountable, not the schools. I agree with George.
Absolutely.
Follow the money, and then you have some environments or some areas that are just got the baby boom. So a lot of babies being born.
Yeah,
it's gotta go.
Yeah. But definitely to the parents being accountable, because I've been in classrooms where kids are texting their parents in the middle of class, like having full-blown text battles in the middle of class.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
It's about all them COVID kids about to start.
Well, that's the other thing. Who thought kindergartners should have virtual education? I have no clue. I got a son. Crazy. My son was in kindergarten doing virtual education. I remember sitting at work while he sits next to me on a tablet during the COVID era doing school.
Yep.
Like, if we think that that's not going to affect how students are learning right now, like that whole wave of student, it's going to look totally different when they go and take their third grade comprehension exams and tests that they use to decide how many prisons they're going to build.
That's crazy.
Different.
George said, "Bring back popcorn reading."
I mean,
popcorn reading.
Popcorn Nina.
Y'all remember Quick Math?
I do. Minute Math. Yes, I remember Minute Math.
They can't do Minute Math now because they got core.
Yeah, core.
Oh, them Common Core standards are the most ridiculous thing. Where's Auntie Delphine? Why she ain't talking to us about this nonsense that they doing in this education system? Common Core math standards make no sense to me. I was trying to help my daughter do math the other day, and I was showing her how to do basic addition, 2-digit addition, 23 plus 72, right? And she's looking at me, and I'm writing it down. 23. Under that, I'm writing 72 plus sign line, right? 3 plus 2 is 5.
Yes.
2 plus 7 is 9. 95. I circle it like I was in school because that's what they used to teach us. Right?
Exactly. Show your work. Did you show your work? Always show your work.
He goes, "No, Daddy, that's not how you do it."
Oh.
Hold up, girl. I've been doing math since before you was born. This is how you do simple 2-digit addition. No, Daddy, that's not how my teacher taught me. She goes and takes the 23 plus, what did I say? 23 plus 72. I think that's what I said. 23 plus 72. She takes the 2 and turns it into a 20. And puts a plus sign and then a 7. And then she takes the 9 and turns it into a 90 and puts a plus sign plus the 3. And then she takes the 90 and the 20 and draws these lines.
You confusing me saying all
draw
this.
These lines and then draw these cross lines and then I count the dots. I could have been done with this problem 50 times by the time you got done.
You could have been done with that. You could have been done with the whole sheet of paper of problems.
That is why I teach my children the way I know math.
Absolutely.
And you will get to the right answer a lot faster.
When she was done, I said, "Come on, baby. Now I want you to figure that out because that's what they're gonna test you on. But if you want me to help you with this math, I'm here to teach you normal people's math, not the common people's math. I ain't teaching you that because I don't understand it. It don't make sense.
Math is math. Math don't change.
It sure don't.
Math is math. Math is math. And to Lady Baldwin's the freakiest job. I'm holding Jay responsible for that language. So
You know,
Jay Baldwin, I'm holding you
You couldn't
accountable.
say that. You couldn't say that. You might as well say the real word. Like,
Yeah, I'm holding you accountable for that, Jay Baldwin.
Holding accountable.
Exactly.
Well, our parents held us accountable. They kept us accountable for saying shut up back in the day. What you say?
Oh man, we couldn't say shut up. We couldn't say lie.
dang.
Dang. Oh no.
Oh, no.
That was way too
brother.
Boy, you was about to get beat.
Your mouth was about to get popped right there and there.
Yeah,
No, we couldn't say dang.
You
Couldn't
better
say
you
shoot.
and you better
Say shoot.
Oh yeah, shoot. You can't say.
You better say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Don't just say huh. No. What'd you say?
Yeah. My grandfather didn't like the yes, sir. He didn't like that. He said that just sounds smarty aleck. Just say yes.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Are you being smarty aleck? No, I'm just saying yes,
But
sir.
smarty aleck.
Oh yeah, smarty aleck. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
But you could.
You ever
But
heard
you
that
could
phrase
say
before? Smarty aleck.
I've heard smart aleck, but not smarty aleck.
Oh,
Yeah.
smarty aleck. Yeah,
Smart aleck.
smarty aleck.
Yeah,
My
that's
mom is
above
giving
smart
me
aleck.
that.
You're smart.
Right, okay.
Smarty aleck. Yeah.
But you could say, but
aleck.
but some of those things, you could say in a good way that kept us accountable as kids growing up in church. When they told us, "Don't you play on this pulpit? There's not no place of play." You know, that let you know, keeping them accountable that don't play around here. This is a sacred.
Yeah.
Okay, so then is accountability like that okay if the person you're doing that to is a certain age? Like, is it shame for me to pop my kid in church because they didn't do right?
It depends on how you do it, because it depends on how you do it, right? It's the how. The how matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it shame to discipline your child in public? No. There's a way to discipline your child in public that isn't shameful.
Okay.
But we do the most. We gotta be, and I think one time my mom meant to shame me. Like she did, she meant to. Because she wanted me to think twice before I did whatever I was doing again. And I'm gonna tell on her on Mark Zuckerberg's internet, and y'all can tag her because I'm gonna tell on her. We was in a store one time. We was in a grocery store, toy store, some kind of store, and I wanted a toy. I kept saying, "Mommy, I want this toy. It's my favorite toy." And she said no. She took the toy from me and put the toy on the shelf. Y'all tag her because I'm telling on her. And when I took the toy, when she put the toy back on the shelf, I fell out on the floor and started kicking and screaming.
No, you did not fall on the floor.
Yes, I did. I was kicking and screaming because I wanted that toy. I wanted that toy really bad, and she wasn't giving it to me. So I had a tantrum. I had a whole tantrum. Do you know what my mother did?
She hit you with the golf cart.
No. I didn't see if anybody else can guess. Anybody guess? What did my mother do?
Did she throw a fit with you?
She got down on the floor
and had a fit with you
and started having a tantrum with me. Just I looked at this woman like, you lost your mind.
She said, "You lost yours. I lost mine too."
And I never did that in the store again because I never wanted to see her do that again.
I can't even imagine my mother doing that.
I never wanted her to do it again.
When I would throw tantrums, the hand was coming.
That's what she did.
The hand was coming to straighten you right on up.
Now, one might say that shamed me. I don't know that it necessarily shamed me. I think I was the only one embarrassed.
But see, I think in some instances shame can be a good thing. I think shame can be a good thing used correctly.
Hey, Auntie Delphine crazy. You lost yours. Why can't I lose mine?
I guess so.
I mean, my dad used to tell us before we went in the story, you want to act a fool? I will act a fool along with you, right?
Well, yeah, my mom would often say, you're gonna get it wherever you get lost, that's where you're gonna get it. So, you know,
We're gonna find you where you got lost.
I'm
I like it.
gonna deal with you right wherever you decide to clown. That's where you expecting to get.
Okay, so is that an example of holding you accountable to your actions?
Well, absolutely, it's accountability.
It's accountability.
Absolutely.
So in that, is there a room for shame in accountability?
Let's define shame.
Because I mean I really think it's depend. Like, I can do this to my children.
Shame is a painful, often unconscious emotion involving intense negative self-evaluation.
Okay.
A feeling that one is inherently flawed, unworthy, or defective. I think we're using the wrong word. Okay. Shame, I don't think should have anything to do with accountability. It differs from guilt, but is closely related, which focuses on the self rather than behavior, leading to feelings of unworthiness. It is a social emotion, often triggered by breaking social norms or fearing judgment.
Mm-hmm.
As an emotion, she felt a deep sense of shame after her outburst. So the shame came because I reflected on what I did and realized I shouldn't have done that.
So you're saying instead of shame, he wanted you to feel guilt and not shame.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that one can feel shame, but that doesn't mean we have to publicly shame them.
Interesting.
There is therefore now no condemnation,
right?
But there should be conviction, and conviction and condemnation are not the same.
Well, here we go. Here, Bishop Jones.
See, actually, the secret is. No, I ain't gonna put my brothers on blast.
No. I think if
you are in the list. You are in the list.
I think if Bishop Jones wants to join the conversation, we should let Bishop Jones join the conversation.
Come on in.
If Bishop now, because we did this with Pastor McEwen, he wanted on. We let him right in. Now, Bishop Jones, you want to come on? All you gotta do is say the word. We let you on, and we hold you accountable to your comments in the comment line.
Shame as a verb. Shame as a verb means, because we talked about shame as the adjective, one's feelings, right? Feeling of shame.
Right.
Shame as a verb, which means to shame on, is to cause someone to feel intense guilt, disgrace, or dishonor. It often implies forcing someone to act or comply through feelings of guilt, or surpassing someone to the point of making them look bad. They shamed him shamed him into paying his debts.
Okay. All right. So good. So then let's address Nina's question. Can you have guilt without shame?
Well, technically they're one and the same. So when one feels guilty for a thing, they ought to feel shame as an adjective. But that doesn't mean I have to shame you because you already feel shame. So what good is me shaming you for something you already feel?
Well, I mean,
it's like adding insult to injury.
Okay. I would agree with that. I would say that is possible because in some ways, guilt can be constructive while shame can be destructive.
But that's I didn't think about Game of Thrones. What I thought about was the movie Shame.
The movie Shame.
I immediately thought of Game of Thrones.
Shaft, where they see the shame.
Oh, I thought you were about the Low Down Dirty Shame. That movie.
Yeah. Well,
I immediately thought of Shame from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But anyway, Norm, you were speaking.
Well, no. I mean, I was just making sure we had the right movie. That was it. But I mean, ultimately, I think guilt can be functional and shame can be destructive. So like I can provoke you to feel guilty about an action, which in the hopes that in that guilt will make you not make the same choice a second time, as opposed to shame, in which is actually affecting you, and now you're it's more of a destructive emotion. Now you just feel bad, and it's like as opposed to not wanting to even try again. So like, if as a kid, I remember when I first started high school, and my father kind of saw like, okay, I'm a pretty smart guy, but I will be coasting by on just my intelligence and not actually doing the work. So what he did was he did an activity in guilt, not shame, in guilting me about my actions of doing so, which thereby provoking me to do better in what I was doing, because it was more of, you're better than this, you can do this. And he pointed to a homeless guy and he said, that's going to be your future. If you keep going down the road you're going, because you have the intelligence, but you're just not actually using it. You're trying to coast on it. Now, shame would be, hey man, you're terrible. You suck at what you do, and you're a horrible kid, and all this other stuff like that. Then it's like, I'm not even gonna want to try. So that's my really unwieldy way of saying it, just because I'm a little tired. My words are falling apart.
It only makes sense to me.
Oh, thank you, Pastor. As long as it makes sense to Pastor B, I'm happy. I am so happy.
I agree. Constructive conviction is great as long as we are not condemning. Yes, absolutely. That's what the scripture says. I agree with Brandon.
Yeah, that's a good deacon right there.
Yeah.
Good digging, Brandon.
Oh yeah, he's good digging. He's good digging out of Indianapolis campus. Indianapolis Thought Ministry.
I believe we should definitely have a part 2 to this, and we'll definitely need to have Bishop Jones Sr. to come on.
He ain't gonna come on. Bishop Jones, he just talking. He ain't coming. I'm gonna guilt him into come. He ain't coming.
Guilt him into coming is crazy.
I'm holding him accountable. He ain't coming.
Guilt him to coming is crazy.
Hey, you know what? If we have our live show in Orlando, maybe he can show up then. He can be our special guest that ran last year. Hewitt came through.
Bless his heart. Yes, he did.
And hijacked our show.
He was clowning.
He was clowning that show for sure. For sure. But listen, this has been another episode of the Church Nerds podcast. And we want to thank Pastor B for taking over, since my internet has been.
I pray it's been fixed, because I ain't taking over again. So I hope you got it fixed.
We thank God for Pastor B. He's such a great pastor. Let's give honor to.
He is a pastor. He is a great pastor.
Such a great.
If you're in the Indiana area by Kokomo, go to Soul Anchor Church.
Yes, go to Soul.
It's a wonderful church. If you're in that area, you're looking for a church home, Pastor B.
Well, your soul will be anchored.
That's right.
My soul is anchored. My soul is anchored.
Norm, what's the video?
Is that considered a quartet song too? I'm sorry, I sang it before I thought about it.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not quartet.
No, okay. No, that's Richard Mr. Clean White. Okay. Oh, the storms keep on raging.
Norm, what's the video?
My love.
No, is that right? No, I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Okay. Anyway, video for today. I was inspired by something Pastor B said about the story, not Pastor B, the story that came in about the person who couldn't read. And I just happen to have a video that kind of highlights, and we can kind of see.
Oh boy.
Is it Shilly Gilly and Mercy?
Huh?
Is it Shilly Gilly and Mercy?
It's not Shilly Gilly and Mercy. It's not Shilly Gilly and Mercy. It's this.
Read this. My brother, this is very easy. Did it yeah. Did it definitely did it definitely did it definitely did it but it deliberately did deliver. Let me try. Did he definitely did it but didn't deliberately deliver? You also found body, but it's okay. Did he definitely did it but did he definitely did it but did he definitely did it but didn't did he definitely did it but didn't deliberately deliver? Did he definitely did it but didn't did it? Yeah, it's okay. Just to know that he did it.
Well, that's fluid right there, boy.
That's what we call stammering.
He was coming through. He was coming through with tons of fire. Tons of fire.
The old mothers would have said, "Come on, baby, give it to him. Come on through. Come on through." Listen, this has been another episode of the Church Nerds.
Oh, hey Jay, we're not gonna be here next week. It's Mother's Day.
We sure not. Listen to all the mothers in our Church Nerd congregation. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
All the mamas.
All mamas. You guys are wonderful. You guys,
y'all think we ever should bring the mothers on this show? We had the wives last year. Should bring the mothers on here.
That would be an interesting.
You think it'd be interesting, like have the nerds and their mothers on this show one time?
that would be very interesting.
I mean, I don't know. I put it to the congregation.
But though we have not done it because Father's Day we did it.
Did
Well,
we?
we did.
We had your dad on.
Yeah, your dad was at Father's Day.
Yeah, we had Dad and them on there. So, but we'll have to do that. We'll have to think about that next time. So, but this has been another episode of the Church Nerds. Once again, I'm Jay Baldwin, Darrell Walls, Pastor B, and Norman Heath. We will see you next time on another episode.
Yeah,
Peace. Peace.
Pay your taxes.
Yeah.